Good question. Good morning, everybody. Today is Daf Mem Hey. And for those who have to leave early, actually, we're going to stop a bit short. We're going to get to the Mishnah at the bottom. It's a Shem of Mem Hey and base. So Mishnah and Mem Hey, we got two Mishnahs today and two Gemaras, full set Gemaras. So Mishnah says, Mishnah says, Mishnah, Tikalachas Hatahira, Ketzah. So how was it the shaving process of Sahira? Right, the person finishes that he's successful in the Nazirus, you have to go ahead and bring your three karbanos. You got your shlamim, your chatas and ola, right? You got those ready to roll. He goes and he brings his three animals. Chatas, ola, shlamim. I don't know why I just try to do it off memory, right? The sheikh is the shlamim, and then he shechs the shlamim. He goes ahead, and only after the shlamim does he go ahead and then he shakes. In other words, so he offers the shlamim, and then he goes ahead and shakes.
Does he offer them in that order? The fact is
right. So there's an argument over here, right, as to when what the order is. Some say the chatas is first, and others say that the shlamim, right, we'll go for because that's the main, and then after the shaving is after that. But so that's where the Gemara holds on. The sheikh is the shlamim, meglech alev divrei Rabbi Yehuda. Then he's meglech after them, right? After the shlamim, divrei Rabbi Yehuda. So this goes in that order. Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Eliezer, Aimer lo meglech ela ala chatas. No, he shaves out of the chatas. Chatas kadems b'chol malka, right? Because that takes precedence. So therefore, go ahead and do the chatas, and then go ahead and shave. But if he does any other one of them, then he's yatsa. Rashin Lil Aimer says a little separately. Right. So then he's yatsa. Right. So no, the key is that after the hakrova, you go ahead and do the shave. Rashin Lil Aimer, Hebi Gimel Behemos, right? He can bring the designated animals. He designated as for hektish v'loy piresh. And he doesn't necessarily have to go ahead and assign which one is which. Why is that? Why does it have to go ahead and assign it? Right? Because harui lechatas together the chatas, right? The chatas has to be a female. The oila together the oila. The oila is a male. The shlamim together shlamim. Then the ram. I think
the hair
is a shlamim.
That's the shlamim, right?
Right. Yes. So the pasuk, right? So then the one that's fit for the shlamim is the shlamim. So when he burns the hair, right? The pasuk says, right? The pasuk says, as we'll soon see the pasuk. And it's actually bothering for a while because I didn't understand it. Then I understood it afterwards. So I'll explain it to you. It says it's a small. It says V'gilach ha-nazir pesach al-moed es roish nizro v'lokach asar roish nizro v'nasan al eish asher tachas zevach hashlam. So it sounds like now he burns it, right? And then after he burns it, he shaves his head. Then afterwards, he takes the hair and he puts it under the shlamim. All right, so we have to decide which. Over here, we had a machlokes after which one he did it, and so that is the order. Now the Gemara is going to point out something else. Tana Abada. Speaking of this pasuk, the Gilach Hanazir Pesach Oil Moed. It says over there he shaves it Pesach Oil Moed. Right now he shaves it. Now where is he cooking his shlamim, or where can he cook it? Right, outside of there. But it sounds like the shaving of the head says, Pesach oil moed has to be right by the oil moed, right in the mikdash. Now, the shlamim hakasim medaber, it comes after the shlamim. The shachla Pesach oil moed. So it says there he shakes it. In another place it says shachla Pesach oil moed. When referring to the shlamim over there in Parshas Vayikra, it says Pesach oil moed. Over here, he uses the same lashon of Pesach Hamed, just like over there is a shlamim. So over here, it means that he goes ahead and he does it right by the shlamim, right where the shlamim is at. In other words, it's put the shlamim. So is it by the shlamim? Oh, eno ela Pesach Hamed, or maybe it means he shaves his head. Pesach, Hamed. Now, is he going ahead and shechting it where he's cooking? Right? Or is he doing it where Pesach al-Moed? Oh, and Ella Pesach Olamei Mamish. So,
It has to be after one korban, right?
right. So he does
Usually
it.
chata.
Right. So we want. So he does it after the shlama. But maybe if it's right, if he's doing it, maybe he shaved it somewhere else. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
So maybe he shaved it somewhere else. So Martin Kane, derech bizayon who? Right. This is a bizayon for him to go ahead and has to start getting haircuts. Right over there in the mikdash. You don't even need to teach you a pasuk for that. Why? The Torah says, no, I don't need a pasuk to teach that because the Torah says, it says over there, don't make stairs by the mizbeach, right? That's not appropriate for the legs, to be separated, to walk up, it might show in terms of, the tunics or whatever that it was showing. So kavachem the derech bizayon, it's the kavach to bizayon. Right, and there's the parentheses here. Right, basically repeat. It's the measures with the measures Rabbin, Parshas Naso. Says he shaves it by or maybe it's by the mikdash, right? So by Pesach Almighty. If it says you can't go up, stairs, then the davar you got Pesach Almighty. Rather, it's going to teach you that you go ahead and do the shaving after, right? So you do the shaving by the shlamim. The location of the shlamim, just like the location of the shlamim doesn't have to be in the mikdash, so too the shaving does not have to be in the mikdash. It says you take the hair and then you place it. Right? Only something that's lacking, taking it and putting it under. This would exclude if someone had to go all the way to the temple to go ahead and shave there, then then he would be taking the hair, walking it to the location of the cooking of the shlamim, and then putting it underneath it. And he can now read some of a different version. Rabbi Yitzchak Kaimer, B'Shlomo Kosma Daber. So Atoimer B'Shlomo Kosma Daber. Is it coming to teach you that you do it after the shlamim? Or now Pesach Almeida. Maybe the pasuk coming to teach you that you have to go ahead and shave, do the giluach in front of the Almeida. Oh, mamish, right? Literally. So Talmud Leimah says v'lokach eser roish nizo. It says v'lokach you take it nizo makom shum b'vashel sham hayam megalef. Right. So it says no, is where you go ahead and you cook it. That's where you go ahead and do the shaving. And Abachan and Aimer b'shul.
I thought he had to do it by Pesach or Moed.
So that's what we're saying. You can't take the pasuk literally.
Oh, you
because so we have different reasons. The pasuk says in darshuni because it doesn't make sense. One case it says because it's derech bizayon to go ahead and shave it there. Right. We're not giving haircuts there. Over here, it seems to say that it's coming to teach you that you do it in the place because it says you take it and you put it underneath. It doesn't say you take it then you walk it, right? And the shlamim is not cooked Pesach Olamei, right? Right. So therefore, it's obviously it must be. So if you're cooking it wherever they're cooking outside. Right? If you're cooking outside, that means you do the giluach in the makom where you're mavashel, and therefore that's coming to teach you specifically doesn't have to be in the mikdash, and you can't do it in the mikdash. And Rabbi Elazar begelach hanazir Pesach Olamei he shaves up Pesach Olamei kol zman shein Pesach oil moed ein megalech, and it means Pesach Olamei means when it's pasuach, when the gates are open. When are the gates are open? During the day. So therefore, the giluach, the shaving, is only done during the day and not during the evening. It means only the men. That's what we learn from here. The drush over here is not right. It's called teacher the nazir. The men do it, and not if there's a woman is female, then she doesn't do it there. Why? Shema is garubah pirchei kuna, because the pirchei kuna, when they go ahead and uncover her hair or to shave it, they might have inappropriate thoughts from it. So I'm gonna the Dvarecha, your words say to Tafiyah.
They're cutting off her hair.
Right, but before then, she lets her long hair flow out. So, but he said, no, your words you can argue from a sota, right? The Chesiba says over there that immediately fnei Hashem, right? It says over there we stand there before Hashem. She specifically has to go there, right? She uncovers her hair. They remove her hair. Hashem is got about Pirchei Kuna, and over there, there's no worry about the Pirchei Kuna. So then. says no. The Nazira waits for her big day. So yes, Enochanami that her head is going to be shaved, but she puts on a full face of makeup and she's ready to go. And so but a sota is not right. Hers does not come in such a happy place, and therefore there is no chashash of these Shema Yizgaru Pirchei Kuna over there. So we see from this Mishnah in the Gemara that it's after the Shlamim is well, the Machlokas there, but then it's not, the shaving is not done. Pesach Levator is done outside, and that is where it's cooked underneath the Shlamim.
Is this the zira? Is she putting the makeup on Dafka or just?
Yeah, I think she could. Right, yeah. She does have to be revealed. Right? I think that's why they do it. But I would assume it's more of a celebration when one finishes their Because I was thinking, why would they're going to get her head shaved? Why would she go ahead and put on makeup? But it could be like in a big day. Naya Mishnah. Mishnah says, he goes ahead and he takes the hair
If you had specific.
from the Nazir, they shave it off, and they put it underneath the fire. Medina, if he went ahead and shaved his head outside, right outside Yerushalayim, then they would not go ahead and bring, since the hair was brought from the outside, right? It's like a korban that was a little bit on the outside. Therefore, it wouldn't be placed on the
Why?
fire.
Because it wasn't done after the korban, the first
It
korban.
has to be.
Because
after the
it wasn't done in the makom kedusha.
No, but isn't it after korban? First you bring korban.
First, the
then you
korban,
bring
right? No,
So he didn't do it. He didn't give the korban first.
no. So he brought the korban,
Yeah.
and then he went to go ahead
Oh, I
and
see.
shave. So we have to go ahead and cook it. So we have all the meat. So they take the meat. Let's go cook it in the I don't know in a frat, right? So they go there, right? And then so they want actually the Shlam, right? It's too far, right? So in Yerushalayim, they take some in Yerushalayim, right? So they take it to
And then he shaved it.
and see the Machane Yehuda over there, and it shaves it over there, and it does it. So since that was right, so therefore it's done outside, doesn't count. We're only talking about the end shaving. But there's another shaving also by Nazir. Remember, if the Nazir becomes tummy in the middle, he has to bring his bird offerings with the shaving and an asham. But the he wouldn't put it then. No, all hair goes. Except for that anything that was done, the Medina, anything was done outside Yerushalayim, right? That hair is not put, placed underneath his shlam. But Zaktimar. Noitel Sareish Nizar. So the pasuk says, right? So we say over here that right. So Mishnah says he takes the Sareish Nizar. So tell about it. You put some of the sauce, right, from the right on top of the hair, right, and then you put that in Nizar, and then you go ahead and you put it underneath the shlam which is cooking. So you place underneath the chatas, then it's okay. So Gemara says, Asham ben Nazir Torah miika. Who says there's no Asham? We just saw the list before. It was a chatas, Ola, and Shlamim, right? There was no Asham, right? So Nazir Tameh Mishalech, if according to the sheet that hold that if it's a Nazir Tameh, and some of the opinions hold that even Nazir Tameh, he is Mishalech Tachas is offering underneath his Shlamim, then he can go ahead and put it underneath his asham. If nobody knows, says
Okay.
that says underneath zevach hashlamim. The zivcho over here it says from the zevach should be underneath it, right? So in other words, some of the sauce or whatever it needs, right? So we'll soon see. So if he takes from there, what's that? From the zevach will be underneath it. He puts on also underneath the tachas, then yatsa. He's fulfilled his obligation. So in other words, even though we'll soon see how the drasha works, that is included, even though it says the shlamim, he puts it underneath the chatas. Or in a scenario where he's a Nazir Tameh, where there's an Asham, he puts it underneath the Asham, then Yatza, then that's how it goes.
Well, in which case, those korbanos are being cooked in the Zora.
Right. So the cooking is done where the cooking has to be done.
Okay.
It's only a question of bringing up the hair. Right, I'm bringing the hair. So we're saying, right, but you can't, right. So according to others, you don't have to shave in the base of Mikdash. We had some of the opinions we saw earlier that it's Aser. Right, it's derech bizayim to do it in the base of meter, so you have to shave it outside and you can bring the hair in. But so they want to approve, but even though you shave it outside, you can bring it in. But if you do it outside Yerushalayim, that we saw in the Mishnah, that since that's in the Medina, you don't bring the hair.
It has to be in Yerushalayim.
Right. Well, that was Medina, Chutz Medina, according to different opinions. So
Yeah.
my time, our cross, Zevach, it says Zevach, L'Rabos is a Chatas, V'yosham. So the word Zevach, it doesn't say anything specifically. It's the offering, so it comes to include also not only the Shlom, which is meant to the Pasuk, but also the Chatas and Yosham. Vav Kisei the high Zevach B'Reiten. You just said before that the drasha of Zevach, right, was Mizivcho, right? From the Zevach, you put Tachas, on the fire, right? From the Zevach, from the sacrifice, meaning from the sauce, right? You put it underneath the fire and you burn its own, its own sauce underneath on the fire. So how could you learn that the word Zevach is going to teach you Chadas and Hashem if we use it for the right times? Simkei, let us say right Tevashlavim. My Zevach. Why does it say Zevach? Shlamino l'Rabbis Chadas v'Yashim. Comes to teach you that even the Chadas v'Yashim. Maybe the Zevach Shlamim only comes to teach you other karbanos. Doesn't come to teach you mizivcha shel karban, right? That it comes to include the sauce. They include the Chadas v'Yashim. Who do also? So if that's the case, ve'ema kulu l'chatas. Excuse me. Ve'ema kulu l'chatas v'Yashim. Who do also? Ve'ema shlamim v'zevach. Let it say shlamim v'zevach. My Zevach Hashlamim. What does it mean? Zevach Hashlamim. L'Rabba Shlamino. It comes to teach you both. That's L'Rabba is both a Chatas and an Asham. If you put the hair underneath it, and it also comes to teach you that there should be some sauce, some flavor from the actual korban underneath on the hair that goes in the fire. And now we see who is obligated to go ahead and put their hair underneath it. Everyone puts any case of Nazir, shaves his head. Wherever he shaves it, for which korban he does it, he puts it underneath the fire. Chutz mitame shegileach b'Medina, except for a Nazir tame who basically, he had to break up his Naziris, brought special set of korbanos and shaved his head. But if he did it, if he did the shaving outside Yerushalayim, then he doesn't put it underneath the fire. Rather, because his hair is buried deep in Rameh. Rabbi Yehuda says Tahirim Kan. If you're Nazir Tahira, we don't care where you shave your head. You can shave your head up in Tel Aviv. You can shave your Yerushalayim. Doesn't make a difference. Then you're Mishalkin. Or if you're Tameh, even if you go ahead and shave your head in Yerushalayim, it never goes underneath it. If you're for Nazir Tameh and Lo Mishalkin, they wouldn't be Mishalkin. Nobody would ever be Mishaleach Tachas. It never goes underneath the fire. The hair never goes except Chutz. In Torah should be mikdash, except for a person with Torah in the mikdash mipnei shenasa k'mitzvasa, because that's he's doing it appropriately. So we'll stop here. It's now Mr. Jam. We will continue here. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow.